Polymers are high molecular weight substances which are amorphous or semi-crystalline in nature. Today, we are going to discuss about a particular kind of thermal transition observed in polymer material called glass transition temperature. The term transition generally refers to the change in state of a material from one state to another induced by temperature or pressure. For example, when a crystalline material is heated, it will transform from solid to liquid state at a well-defined temperature called melting temperature. However, amorphous substances like polymers do not have a sharp melting point and they behave completely in a different manner on heating. Let us examine this scenario in detail. This is an ordinary rubber ball which is very soft and flexible and is made of an amorphous polymer called natural rubber. Now, what happens to this rubbery material when cooled below -70 degrees Celsius? It becomes so hard and brittle and can be even broken into pieces like a glassy material. This is because there is a temperature boundary for almost all amorphous polymers, only above which the substance is soft, flexible and rubbery, and below which it becomes hard, brittle and glassy. This temperature at which an amorphous polymer material transforms from glassy to the rubbery or viscoelastic state is termed as glass transition temperature. On further heating, the polymer starts melting to form a highly viscous liquid state called viscofluid state. Now, let us have a detailed understanding of the glass transition in amorphous polymers in comparison with the crystalline compounds. In low molecular weight crystalline materials, the molecules are occupied in definite position within the crystal lattice with a well-defined arrangement, or otherwise called with long range order. Therefore, there is no possibility of molecular translation motion in crystalline solids. However, as the temperature increases, the individual molecules starts vibrating more and more vigorously and finally moved out of their fixed position by losing the long range order. Now consider the case of a polymer material in which the long molecular chains are arranged in a random manner and therefore possess only short range order. As we increase the temperature, the chain segments within the polymer molecules are first mobilized before the whole molecules start moving. This localized mobility of the chain segments is termed as segmental motion. On further heating, the total mobility of the molecule as a whole happens and is called molecular motion. Therefore, at higher temperature, where both segmental and molecular motions are activated, the individual polymer chains start moving apart and result in the flow of the material. This state resembles the liquid state of low molecular weight substances. Similarly, at lower temperature, where both segmental and molecular motions are arrested, correspond to the solid state of the low molecular weight substances. Then naturally arises a question: what happens in between? There is such an intermediate stage exists in polymers where segmental motion is activated but molecular motion is arrested. The local segments where mobility is already activated correspond to the liquid state, while the molecule as a whole where mobility is forbidden correspond to the solid state. This state is really a combination of both liquid and solid state and is known as viscoelastic state. Now, let us recall the definition of glass transition temperature as the temperature at which a polymer material transforms from glassy to the viscoelastic state due to the onset of segmental motion before the molecular motion. I hope all of you have understood the fundamental concept of glass transition temperature in polymers. Thank you.